What is going on, guys, and welcome your lovely face back to another Spider-Man video. I swear to God, like, I'm trying to get more people hyped up for this game, alright? Because me, like, as a solo one-man army here, is super stoked up for this game. And I mean, realistically, we know there's millions of other people out there. But that being said, today we got some pretty cool, interesting news, which is definitely up for a debate. But that said, if you are genuinely excited for Spider-Man coming to the PlayStation 4, which obviously it sucks that it's going to be like an exclusive again, but either way, if you are excited for this game, and drop a like in this video, and also get in the comment section below and rate the game out of 10, you know, from what you've seen so far. Obviously 1 being, you know, absolute poo, and 10 being pretty freaking incredible. So leave your honest like thoughts on that in the comment section below. But we have some interesting news that has actually come in, okay? Now, what makes it always cooler is when it comes from the developers themselves, and this time, it does come through Periscope. And if you don't know what Periscope is, which you more than likely do, but I'll explain it anyway, essentially, it's another social media thing where you can share your face and talk, alright? Like, pretty much that is it in a nutshell, your live stream, and yeah. Like, I couldn't really explain it better than that. But anyway, the developers revealed the following topic, which is one up for debate, and it's going to be an argumentable topic, I guess you could say. Now, it is about Spider-Man's, and I quote, no killing rule. Now, what is interesting about this is that this is gonna have like a pretty big impact on the gameplay itself. So this, just like the implementation of, you know, Spider-Man not being able to kill anyone, is gonna have an impact on the gameplay. Now, before I even go further into what I want to say next about this, I've always personally said to myself, alright, in any kind of like, I guess you could say, superhero Marvel game, or just game as a whole where you can be like the good guy all the time, it'd be great to have an option where you can go down the complete opposite road and just be an absolute opposite, right, of the good guy. You can become one of the baddest villains in the video game, and therefore resulting in the game playing out differently for everyone. Pretty much everyone will have their own like gameplay experience. And it is interesting that this version of Spider-Man won't actually have that. I'm not gonna say I am surprised. I'm gonna be completely honest, I am not surprised like at all, but I feel like it's about time, you know, we can make something a bit more like spicy happen in the game. Either way, it looks absolutely incredible. But let me tell you the following piece of information that they followed to say after this. So, for example, right, Spider-Man himself will take time to shoot out a web and catch the villain when you throw them off a building, for example. And again, it just prevents, you know, I guess a pretty epic like cutscene or like a gameplay experience when the guy just goes crashing down. Like, that'd be pretty badass. But yeah, it's just not gonna happen pretty much. Alright, now that no killing rule is just gonna have an impact on the gameplay in some other ways as well, which they didn't specify. But again, I don't really know how I feel about it. I don't know, because we can say that the combat in the game looks super cool so far from what we've seen, at least. Of course, other than that, no one else can really say anything. We're just simply going off from what we have seen, and there's no argument that it does look cool. But going back into my comment I made, you know, a few moments ago about having the option to just be absolutely insane in the game, and having the option, right, to be like a badass Spider-Man or a good-ass Spider-Man. Like, obviously to have that kind of like contrast would have been really, really interesting. But it can definitely play out in loads of different ways. But just for no killing rule, what do you guys think about it? When you want to kind of look into the actual like I guess you could say a realistic like kind of perspective on the Spider-Man sort of series, yeah, it definitely makes sense, and I can see the logic behind it. But then also when you see the other logic that it's a video game, I don't really know, especially considering it's an open world video game as well. You know, that just pretty much like adds to like the craziness that could happen. But get in the comment section below and let me know what your honest thoughts are on that, because it would be interesting to see what everyone else thinks. Share the video if you haven't already, and if you are hyped up for some Spider-Man, then subscribe for more awesome videos on this game, because I'm definitely really stoked up for it. And my aim is to pretty much get this hype train going. But anyway, I will see you in the next video. But till then, I hope you have a great day, and adios amigos.